Okay. What is going on? LBHT crew, B, Hendo. What is going on?
Chilling.
That's exactly what's going on right now. It's the off season, and the only thing you're doing is chilling. You're getting a little OTA news, getting a little NBA playoffs. I mean, well, you get a lot of NBA playoffs. It's been nothing but overtime so far in the conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
So exciting basketball. You know, if you hadn't gotten into it all season like we have, playoffs is where it's at, and they have not disappointed, at least in this round. So
Cleveland
make sure you
has,
tune in.
but
if you're a Cleveland fan,
what's actually going on is we got a cash app from our guy Noah. Thank you very much, Noah. He says, "Happy Wednesday, everyone. B is a menace." Not sure what that's referring to, but thank you very much, Noah. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate that. Yes. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well, but if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I be forgetting where we stream. We stream so many places. Wherever you're watching us, make sure you hit that like button, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're listening to the audio form of this, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Also, we put it out at lunchtime on Thursdays. It's not on Wednesdays. It's Thursdays at lunchtime. So we hope you're enjoying your lunch break. Leave that 5-star review because we are trying to grow on that side of things. And who do we have? Look, first in the chat, our super producer, Adelia. Appreciate you. Says, hey, everyone. If you're here early, hit that like button. Facts. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And send in a super chat or cash app, $ LBHTShow, to guarantee your comment is read on air. And yes, when you send a cash app, you get Microphone Man dancing, right? That's the benefit for sending the cash app, right? But either way, we appreciate it, and we will read your comment on air, like Adelia said. Mm-hmm. Who else do we have in here? We got Just Allo. What's going on? Just Allo says, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone stay cool this week. Well, you're not going to have that trouble tomorrow.
Right.
Temperature dropping 35 degrees or something like that. Something crazy. Samuel Banks, what's good? Salute. Joey, salute. Good evening. Imani, good evening. We got Point in the house. What's good? So what's up, Rose? Hit the like, y'all. Listen to Point. Hit that like button. Ty Riggs in the house. Yes, and subscribe. You're right. Yo, what's up? The first pick of the draft goes to... We're going to find out. We're going to find out soon. So you guys are ready for this.
Right.
They ready for... Okay. All right. Okay. We got Urban in the house. What's going on, Urban? Says, what up, y'all? An anonymous source sent me to make sure Fells Point Mafia won't be bothering him anymore. Oh, my God. I believe it. I believe it. And we got a super chat from Kobe. Hey, appreciate you, Kobe. Says, I meant to say the absolute temerity abatement to miss any OTA time where the team just drafted 2 wide receivers. You ain't built for this, bro. Like, so all right. We're going to touch on that. We touched on it this morning, and I immediately contradicted myself because I said, listen, OTA is not a big deal because, it wasn't just Lamar that missed OTAs. There's a few veterans. I was like, it's not a big deal. Like, they can miss a couple of days and they can show up later. And then we were listening to Cordell Woodland break down, what he saw at OTAs, and he mentioned Bateman not being there. And I was like, yeah, Bateman got to be there, though. You don't have to be there, but Bateman, you have to be there. You have to be everywhere.
Some people, it's like you remember all those years ago, with the Rams that they were talking about how they had a rule that they couldn't bring like their girlfriend to training camp or whatever. And this one guy did it, and I think it was Todd Gurley or one of their top players did, and they didn't do anything, and then somebody else did it who was at the bottom of the roster, and they cut him immediately. And they're like, there's different rules for different people. It's like Herman Edwards always say, you don't treat everybody the same, but you treat everybody fairly.
Yep, treat them fairly, but not equal.
Yeah,
right. And that's a fact. You haven't earned it. And listen, again, this is not to bash Bateman. Like, I want to see Bateman be successful. I want him to live up to that first round billing. I want to see that. But read the tea leaves, bro. Like, this is a new regime. They have no ties to you. They just drafted 2 wide receivers back to back.
And you had 225 yards last year.
Yep.
You can say it wasn't your fault. You can say they didn't give you the opportunities. You might be right, but 200 yards is 200 yards. And that's not enough.
Not for 17 weeks.
You know, saying all these opportunities is not enough to keep your job. And like I said earlier today, we'll get into it some more later on in the show. But, you know, do you feel good about the wide receivers we drafted? Do you feel good about Tez Walker? If the answer is yes, then naturally Bateman has some serious competition that he got to worry about. Right.
And there's still some free agents on the market that could come in and take his job. So he needs to be here.
Yep. Imani, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you.
Says NFL's doing Jacoby like they did. I see, like, he's been putting a lot of videos out there. They've been putting a lot of videos of him out there. I haven't really watched them though.
And listen, the NFL didn't do that to Keon. Keon did that to Keon because Keon can't play because Keon is from Florida State University.
Okay.
All right, who else we got in here? We got Jay in the house. What's up, Jay?
What's up, Jay?
Ravenville, salute.
Hey.
Just out. I get just out already. He says Bateman knows he's getting traded.
He knows they're gonna try and trade him.
Possibly. Reese's in the house. What's going on, Reese?
Hey, good evening.
And look who's here. Tracy is here. What's up, Tracy? It's a good evening, all. Finally received my newsletter. It was very interesting. Oh, thank you. Good. Every Monday at noon is when it goes out. So, like, if you signed up after Monday, you didn't get the newsletter. But next week, it'll be there at noon, and we're always going to have a poll and we're going to read the results on Wednesday's show. But you know, not a lot of participation yet because we just got to, you know, up and running again after like 2 years. But we plan on building that up. We want more people to sign up for the newsletter, and we hope you're getting, getting some good content out of that, and participate on the poll. You know, it's a way for all of us to interact together. And look who's here, Danity. What's up, Danity? Says, you know, anytime I see a troll or a wannabe troll in the chat, I'm like, where's Danity, man?
Where's she been at?
Danity says, welcome everyone to the stream. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. Facts. Super chat is available. Cash App, $LBHTShow. Patreon.com/LBHTShow. Hashtag road to 4K. Hashtag Spurs going 2-0 tonight.
What I tell you, Brady?
That's facts.
I told you Daddy's gonna show up.
You told me that Danny is correct.
Did you hear my Spurs story when I used to live in San Antonio? Did I tell that story? I told it yesterday. Oh, you weren't here, Hendo. You weren't here.
I wasn't there.
You weren't here. Okay, real quick. So I used to be stationed in San Antonio, Lackland Air Force Base, right? And San Antonio is Spurs country. And when I say Spurs country, like, being a Spurs fan is a religion. And I would say a peaceful religion because San Antonio is a pretty chill city, right? Go into a 7-Eleven, right? 7-Eleven or some gas station, whatever. I can't remember what I went in there to get, but me and my girlfriend at the time go in there, and the lady's like, hey, the lady at the counter is like, hey, you know, we're giving away these Spurs posters, these free Spurs posters. You want one? I was like, sure. And she's like, oh yeah, here, you know, she's like, which one you want? I was like, okay, I'll take that one. And she's like, yeah, you know, so you're a Spurs fan? I was like, no, you know, not really, but you know, I like the Spurs. You know, like Tim Duncan. You know, he's from you know, from my hometown and everything. You know, I like him. She pulls it back. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't have one. She didn't say it mean. She wasn't mean, right? She was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. You know, you can't have one. It's just for Spurs fans,
right?
And I was like, all right, you know, whatever. So she goes to ring me up, and I'm paying. The manager comes out, no joke. Manager comes out, hey, how you doing? Says hi to us, like, hey, how's it going? He's like, you want a poster? Give him a poster. Give him a poster. And she's like, oh no, he can't have one. He's not a Spurs fan. And he goes, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, you can't have one. And I was like, dang, this is like a policy. But yeah, like
It's a cult.
they are dead serious over there. They do not play around. So I know they're going crazy right now.
When you care about your team, that's why you get players like David Robinson and Tim Duncan and Victor Wembanyama.
Facts. Yeah. When we say hold your team accountable, that's why.
I bet the Wizards would have given you a poster. Thank you, Ty. Jacoby Lane route running didn't look too bad. Don't do it to yourself, Ty. Don't do it to yourself, Jose. Don't do it to yourself, Hendo.
No. Here's why you can't. No. Hold on. Here's why you can't do that, because when it didn't look sharp, we commented on it, right? And people were like, "Oh yeah, he needs work or whatever." Well, not you, but people did. But now that he looks like he worked on it, that's a good thing. He cleaned up, the techniques that he needed to work on from the last time we saw him. So he's putting in work. Yeah.
No, and that's fine. Tracy sent in the super chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tracy.
The super chat is for me finally getting my newsletter. Thank you, Tracy. But
we are thankful that you got it. Thank you for signing.
The same thing happens with the Panthers fans as Xavier Legette, right? It used to happen with Devin Funchess, and like it's cool. It's cool that you think they're putting in the work, because I mean, I don't doubt that any of these players are putting in work in the offseason. Like, it's their profession, but none of it matters until you can do it with somebody trying to stop you from doing it.
Sure, but it's like, in an off season, we don't have a lot to go off of. You're gonna, and it's not like we're sitting here popping champagne because he cleaned up his technique, right? But we can acknowledge that he looked better than he did from last time. And listen, Panthers fan over here, you understand what I'm saying. Who was that guy? Who was that guy that you guys brought in, the defensive end from Jacksonville? He was a bust.
Yeah, Chase on.
Chase on, right? Mm-hmm. Remember that video of him working out at the beach or whatever, trying to doing a half-ass workout? Mm-hmm. B was disgusted by that video. But it's just the off season. It's just the off season, right? But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going to have a reaction, good or bad.
And he was awful, but it wasn't because of that video,
But you look at that video and say, "Hey, I ain't worried about it. He's going to have a monster season."
No.
Would you look at it and say,
"You know why I was worried?" Because
you looked at him,
you said trash before. Because he sucked before. But you know what? I bet you he's still working out the same way, and he played much better in New England last year. So it means nothing. Thank you very much, Kobe. Says OKC feels like the most hated champions in decades. I think you checked out for the Boston championship very recently. Jason Tatum won a championship, and everybody called that man a choker. He won a championship, and everybody called him a choker.
All right, so a couple of quick shout outs here. Coach is in the house. What's up, Coach? Salute. Thanks for coming through. Who was in here? Stretch. I see you, Stretch.
Got a lot to say.
Kwame, what's going on?
What's up?
Argos University in the building. Okay. Devin Janelle over in Japan. Konnichiwa. Does konnichiwa mean hello, or does it mean like good morning, good evening? What does that mean? It's hello. Okay, just want to be sure, because I don't want to be saying good morning at nighttime. You know what I mean?
Well, but they're also 13, 14 hours ahead, depending on. So I mean, it could be morning. You never know.
Right. I don't know. Ravenville, salute. I see you in here. Osmond, what's up, Osmond?
What's up,
what else we got in here? Glaucoma, I see you. Marcus, I see you. Frank, salute. Who else? The other Stretch. There's two Stretches in here. What's up, Stretch? Salute to you. Who else? Neuropsych Sports in here. Killer Cam says hola, Jose. Mucho gusto, Brodny. And queso Hendo.
Tortilla killer.
There you go. And we got another super chat from Kobe. Thank you. Kobe says, we know Legette is bad. Lane unknown. Let us live. Yeah.
No. This is before we knew for a fact that Legette was bad. I'm just saying, like, this stuff doesn't like another example is Cordero Patterson, who was doing the Jerry Rice workout in the offseason. Everybody's like, oh, watch out for Cordero. Because he had like 9 touchdowns or whatever his rookie season, and now he's putting in all this work. He came back, he was the worst receiver on the team. It's just, it is what it is. It's nice that he's putting in the work, though.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to go over. Tonight is the night that you all have been waiting for. We are revealing our first all-time NFL draft any player from any era at the peak, at the height of their powers, who would you draft? We're going to reveal the offense, the first, the offensive side, the first, well, not the first 11 picks, but the offensive side this week, defense next week. It's going to be a blind reveal, so you're not going to know until it's done who picked who, but we're going to just show you what team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4 looks like, and you let us know how we did. All right. So myself, B, Hendo, and Ferris did this draft, and then there'll be a video after. We'll probably put it out next Thursday that goes through the whole draft process and our reactions to the picks and all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. So we had that tonight. All right. We're 15 minutes in. We're finally getting the show started. But first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact. Are you ready?
He said B drafted Bryce Young first overall. I'll have you know I had the first overall pick, and I did not draft Bryce Young.
He did not. He did not.
So I bet you feel silly.
All right. B and Akole have a Black History fact for you.
This week on the LBHT Black History Fact, Kwanzaa Jones is a Los Angeles-born artist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist whose career blends creativity, business leadership, and large-scale social impact. She first gained national attention as a Princeton undergraduate after winning Amateur Night at the Apollo Theater, a moment that launched her into a music career marked by Billboard charting dance and R&B singles that often carry messages about empowerment and social justice. Jones later earned a law degree from Cardozo School of Law and a master's in dispute resolution from Pepperdine, expanding her influence beyond entertainment. She went on to build companies such as Innovation Entertainment Group and Supercharged, a personal development and lifestyle brand centered on motivation and community uplift. Alongside her husband, Jose E. Feliciano, she co-founded the Kwanzaa Jones and Jose E. Feliciano Initiative, committing more than $200 million to causes including education, equity, entrepreneurship, and civic engagement, highlighted by major gifts to Princeton University and Cardozo. In 2026, Jones stepped into sports history when she and Feliciano led a record-setting $3.9 billion bid for the San Diego Padres, positioning her to become the first black woman with a majority stake in a Major League Baseball franchise. Across every chapter of her career, Jones has built a reputation as a force for empowerment, using music, media, investment, and philanthropy to amplify opportunity and inspire others to boost 1 billion lives.
Hey, salute to the Black History Fact. Let me tell you something, man. Becoming an owner in that league, that is huge, because that's a league that tries its best to maintain that World War II era style of play and look, if you know what I mean, right? So yeah, salute to her, man.
I don't know why Akole tried to turn her husband Italian there with Feliciano. It's okay.
All right, so let's get into it. We already started talking about OTAs a little bit. We discussed it this morning. No, Lamar did not show up. Okay, breaking news. All right, all his haters are right. Oh, and thank you, Adil. I see your message. It's 9 a.m. in Tokyo right now, so good morning would be appropriate. Okay, thank you. So then, good morning when we say it to her in the morning is not appropriate, probably. Yes, Lamar, not a leader. Okay, he proved all his haters right by not showing up to OTAs. No, that's not actually what it is. Jesse Minter already said Lamar let him know in advance that he would not be there early on, but he expects him to be there later on because they have another round of OTAs coming up next week or the week after. I can't remember. There's like
May,
3 separate dates,
like May 19th or something like that.
So it's 20th now. So 21st tomorrow they have OTAs, and then a week later, 26th through 28th, and then June 1st through June 2nd. So he will be there, and as well as Kyle Hamilton and a couple other, a few other veterans. So them not being there early on is not a big deal, and it gives those other guys a chance to work. So says Zay Flowers looked great, which we expect. Bateman wasn't there. Bateman should have definitely been there. He noted what's his name? Is it Robert Longerbeam?
Yeah,
Robert is his first name. Robert Longerbeam said he had a nice interception that would have gone for a pick 6. So that's good. That's good to see. Was another thing. Derrick Henry, collided, banged knees with somebody, but he was okay. Not nothing major. He joked around about it afterwards. So, nobody got hurt. Got some good work in. That's what I love to see. And Kobe, thank you for super chats. It's Black History Fact. Black GIs in Korea taught how to cook soul food and fried chicken, which became the basis for their famous fried chicken and barbecue. Yep.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
That stuff is delicious.
Yes, it is. They learned it well. But yeah, and I see Tony says breaking news. This will be Aaron Rodgers' last season. Let's make it count. Week 18. Oh yeah, we were retiring Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we are.
We're retiring. He's gonna look like that game. Who did they play? The Bills, but he looked all beat up. Or was it Houston? I can't remember which one it was. His face is all bloodied up.
Maybe both.
Yeah, he gonna look. That's how we're gonna send him home. That's how we're gonna send him off to retirement.
I don't think Suge is here yet, so let me just tell you, Aaron is 2-0 against the Baltimore Ravens as a Steelers quarterback.
Yep.
I mean,
congratulations.
He's one in the asterisk.
And you can hold on to that. You can hold on to that going into next year. All right.
Suge, he's the one that said it.
No, I'm talking about Suge. I'm talking about Suge. Yes, I mean, whatever makes you feel good about it, about going into the season. But after the first game, you'll be saying, "Well, he's still 1-2."
Right.
And then after the second game, like, well, it's 2-2. It's tied up. So have you all heard the Chris Sims and Mike Florio's comment regarding Lamar's absence? No. I don't listen to those clowns. And by now, you all should know. Everybody should know. All of us should know that it's just for content. It's just for content. They almost giggle when they say these things now because they don't even believe the nonsense that comes out of their mouth. Who goes to OTAs? Like I asked that earlier, right? Me and Hendo were asking, like, well, who showed up to OTAs out of the other heroes? Did Justin Herbert show up to OTAs? I don't believe he did, right? Did Josh Allen show up to OTAs? I don't know, right? Because they don't talk about it. Whether he did or he didn't, he doesn't get talked about, and that's what I was saying. They'll say these other quarterbacks are better, but those quarterbacks for them aren't worth talking about. They don't see any value in talking about Josh Allen because even though they say Josh Allen is exciting, he's this, he's great, blah, 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 they don't believe they can get enough clicks talking about Josh Allen.
Thanks.
They don't believe they can get that with Justin Herbert. So whether they show up or not, doesn't matter. It's all about Lamar Jackson. The world revolves around Lamar Jackson. You haven't heard any other top story about anybody else.
Right.
What's the other NFL news? Well, other than Rashee Rice. what other top news is there about Lamar Jackson? Right? You already know what it is.
You know what's crazy? Like you mentioned Josh Allen and Justin Herbert. Those guys they're pretty quiet. Like they don't say much. They don't make news and everything. But neither does Lamar. Lamar is extremely quiet. But there is somebody who got drafted in the same class as Lamar who has been begging for attention from day one. His name is Baker Mayfield, and nobody wants to talk about him either.
They don't talk about him either. He does all the commercials, right?
He had off-field issues. He ran from the cops, which is like that. And then they're just like, I don't care, man. Like,
and he was picked. Was he the first pick?
He was the first pick. Number one.
This is what I'm talking about. Number one overall pick, right? And a larger than life personality. At least he tried to be. He tried his best to be. Got off to a hot start, then fell off, then bounced back, and now he's kind of like, you know, in that middle place. But yeah, no talk of him.
Right.
No talk of him.
And it's amazing how they speak about him, because all his antics from college, when they drafted him, he's just feisty. He's passionate about the game.
Moxie.
Yeah,
Moxie.
Right, Moxie.
Yeah.
Code word.
That was the one time that I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, and on his third team.
Yeah. That was the time that so he called out Kirk Herbstreit for being racist, and he didn't have a response for him other than apologizing. Because if you don't know about that, you know, Baker Mayfield had, you know, given the crowd the finger at one of his games, and he talked about how feisty he was and how much he cared and all that kind of stuff. And then a guy who was eventually drafted by the Panthers in the third round, Rashawn Golden, who was a safety at Tennessee, he flipped off the crowd, and Hershey said, "Kick him off the team." And now he was such a terrible person. And then Rashawn Golden called him out and called him a racist. He was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it."
He's like, "I'm sorry you picked up on that. I didn't know you could read it." But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for now. You know, there'll be more coming out. What I do like is the energy that you know, that I'm seeing from the players. I like that they're all repeating the same thing. Again, these are things that you didn't see with the previous coach. You didn't see them parroting the same things, right? All the offensive linemen. I mean, even John Simpson. John Simpson might have been converted into a solid offensive lineman. They asked him in an interview, you know, what's the one thing you've learned so far, or what's the one thing that sticks out? What's the saying? Speed off the ball or whatever. Speed off the line, or speed off the ball. Speed off the ball. And he just kept on saying it throughout the interview. He's like, speed off the ball. Speed off the ball. Right. And when Dwayne Leffert came on, they're interviewing him, and they told him what he would say. He was like, "Damn right." They locked these guys in a room, and they're wiping their memory and just instilling exactly what they want. Yeah, reprogramming them, you know. So, and he said it. He's like, he wants them all thinking exactly alike. He wants them all to not have to think out there. They just know exactly what to do, and to move fast, right? Every offense, defense, no matter which group you're talking to, it's a different version of the same thing. Don't think out there. Communicate. Move fast. Right? Be loud on defense. I love what I'm hearing. It's all talk right now, but I love what I'm hearing. Let's see how it plays out when the season starts. But so far, pretty good. Pretty good. The other thing, before we get over to the Panthers news, because we're gonna move fast on this stuff. And we discussed this a little bit. Bleacher Report, this is from last week. Bleacher Report gave EDC a D for his offseason grade. Did you hear about that, B? Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
So, listen, we've been tough on EDC, all three of us.
Yeah.
A D for the offseason, that's harsh.
Yeah.
That's a little harsh, right? He did not handle the Linderbaum situation well. He didn't handle Max Crosby thing well, and I'm not even talking about rescinding the trade. That was a good part. Trading was a bad part. Right?
I see where they're coming from, though. I mean, he gets an F for free agency. So, you know, it depends on how you're weighing those grades, right? Like, the draft was good, but, you know, the free agency is part of it.
I'll give him a D for free agency. I'll give him a D. But it was bad. The draft, probably a B plus for the draft, right? And only because he didn't come out with the center and he drafted a punter, and he used all 12 of his picks. He shouldn't have done that, or 11 of his picks. He traded one, right? But overall, I would say, and look, you also got to factor in the coaching hire, right? Like he did that. He Brian Jesse mentored. I like the move so far. So all in all, I give him a solid C plus.
Okay, Danny. I mean,
Danny
she said it's balancing out. The times they rated him too high.
Yo, well, there you go. Wandering Raven, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Says I've blocked all those outlets and skipped right by them when I search Baltimore Ravens. There you go. They're energy vamps and need views and comments. Stop watching the response videos too.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is. They know they're going to get you to click on it. They know they're going to get you to respond to it, and they keep feeding you that because you're going to keep doing it, and that gets them engagements, that gets them clicks, that gets them ad revenues, right? Like all the things. So they keep doing it. Look who's here, B. It's Warbone.
Oh, what's up?
He says, hello. Why am I hearing that if Lamar don't do anything this year, that the fans is going to turn on Lamar?
Well, those are the fans who already turned.
They have.
They're just going to get louder. But listen,
those are the fans that were never on his side.
But listen, I hope it's true. I hope he goes out there, and if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, I hope the Ravens fans do turn on him. It's exactly what he deserves. Ravens fans deserve better. And I mean, if you want a young QB on the rise, if you want a young QB on the rise and get rid of this guy who's been teasing you with highlight play here, a highlight play there
already.
But also no wins. No wins. Where was he in that Cleveland game? In the bathroom, right? Where is he? Where is he? And then came out
and won the game for us.
Where was he when y'all needed him last season? Sitting at home. He wasn't hurt. Well, he wasn't hurt, was he?
This is the perfect transition to other. You can bring this up a deal. This is what B's getting at right here. There's a method to what he's saying here. You can bring up the Bryce Young thing. All right. Panthers are not expected to extend Bryce Young before 2026 season. Okay. Mm-hmm. B's already thinking, Bryce Young doesn't get extended. Maybe Lamar wants out.
Listen. I love Bryce Young, and I want them to get an extension done with Bryce Young. Mm-hmm. I think he's proven that he is the guy for Carolina and everything. But I'd be a fool if I said I'd rather keep Bryce Young than Lamar Jackson. If Lamar Jackson was available, Bryce Young would make that trade. But obviously Lamar's not going anywhere. So
maybe
he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
But if he does, right down to Charlotte, bro. Like
if he's going somewhere, listen, a lot of people are getting fired, right? Yeah. That means the season did not go how it's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. EDC he'll be gone. Hell, Jesse Minter might be gone if it's bad enough to where Lamar's like, get me out of here. I can't work with this guy.
Right.
Bashai might be like, hold on. What are you talking about? Who's Jesse? I don't know Jesse.
You angry over the former coach?
33 Lady Rand, what's going on? Good evening. Thanks for coming through. Yeah. So, but yeah, Bryce Young. They picked up his 5th-year option, right? That's what it is. So they have time to work it out. They don't have to work it out this year.
He's sitting in a spot where you don't really know how much to pay him. You don't know how much he's really worth, right? Because he was awful as a rookie. He got benched as a rookie, and then he came back and he was good for the second half of the second year. Last year he was a little uneven at the beginning, and he got things together and he played well. They got to the playoffs, but at that point it's like, well, is it $60 million a year? Because you haven't put up those kind of numbers, right? And you haven't been consistent for 3 years. Is it $30 million a year like Malik Willis? Well, no. I mean, you've been the starter for 3 years. You're our guy going forward, and that was just kind of a, hey, we're going to test you out, Malik. We don't know if this is going to work kind of deal. So you gotta figure out where that number is, and if they want to take this year and see, with a good O-line, better receiving options, a better defense around him, what kind of numbers he puts up, how the team looks. And I mean, I think it's perfectly fine. Now, if they didn't have that extra year and he was going into free agency, I'd be like, that's a terrible idea, because you don't want your quarterback hitting free agency while you're trying to work out an extension, and you got to use the franchise tag on him. But yeah, they've got an extra year, so they're going to get it done after this season. It's perfectly fine.
I mean, they may let him play to the 5th-year option.
Nah,
there's 2 more years. There's 2 more years left.
Yeah, but they're going to get the extension done after this season. So you don't want to be negotiate. Let me tell you something about negotiating with free agents. Hendo. We tried that once in Carolina. There was a couple guys, a couple franchise cornerstones, in fact, by the name of Jordan Gross and Julius Peppers, who were both free agents the same year. And you only got one franchise tag, right? And Julius Peppers hit free agency, and Julius Peppers left and spent the prime of his career playing for garbage teams in Chicago and Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get people locked up well before they hit free agency.
And they will. And I agree with you. I think it's a matter of how much do we want to pay him. I think they feel pretty good with keeping him, but it's like, well, how much do we need to pay him, type of thing. And it depends on his performance this year. Like, how much, what do you think he's going to do?
I want to just real quick before I answer that. It's like Kwame has an announcement. He says, "I don't know ball." All right.
He said Stroud's still better. Not right now, man. Stroud, I don't know. And he lost some confidence, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. I think he's still good, but I don't know what's going on with him. Something's going on. It's mental.
It's the mental thing in that, and Bryce shows you he has that in spades. So I'm not worried about Bryce.
Facts. 33 Lady Ram, thank you for the super chat. Hey, thanks for coming through. Says, sorry I'm late, Jose. If you played basketball at Lackland Air Force Base, our men and women from Shepherd Air Force Base had many battles. I didn't play basketball, but yeah, I've been to a couple of those games. Okay, so you over at Shepherd. Okay, all right. That's what's up. Okay, so we got some Air Force people in here. You, me, Jay the Six. Okay. Nice. All right. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, sorry, hit it down. His performance this year, like, what do you think he's going to do stat wise?
I think he's going to be right around in the 3,500 yard range. I think he's going to flirt with 30 touchdowns. High 20s, low 30s. The interceptions, I think, are going to stay down around 10. And I think they're going to, like I said, they're going to get 11 wins. They're going to win that division. They're going to go to the playoffs. More importantly, I think that he's going to kind of move on, because they've had a lot of catastrophic starts to games, where they turn the ball over the first 2 or 3 times that they have it, and then the game's over, essentially. I think we move on from that. Right. I think that you see him take care of the ball better than he has in his first 3 years. I mean, you already saw an improvement last season, but I think, that continues. And I think they're going to let him attack defenses a little more this year with Teterow, with Jalen Coker, with Brazel, and hopefully Jonathan Brooks. They're going to let them go out there and be a little more wide open than they have in the past. So I think they're going to score more, but I think they're going to try to remain, a primarily running team, with Brooks and with Chuba. So I don't see him going 4,000 yards, close to 40 touchdowns or anything like that. And the numbers are going to stay fairly lower, on the lower end, but the quality of play is going to go up.
What do you think, Hendo?
Listen, I thought he was going to go for about 3,600 yards, 25 touchdowns. It's kind of hard to say because, like he said, sometimes he starts games and he looks terrible, but then he gets in a groove. And I was really encouraged by the playoff game. I thought he performed very well. But looking at the NFC South as a whole, they've gone 3 years without having a team go double-digit wins. They just don't play good football down there. So it's kind of hard to say.
Better football than y'all do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we not have the same record?
I'm sorry. Did the NFC South not have more wins total than the AFC North?
So I'm gonna say this though. I agree with B. I think he's gonna do something like around 35 to 3,800 yards, close to 30 touchdowns, around 9 to 10 interceptions. It's all about consistency though, right? How does that look? They don't want to see the up and down play. They don't want to see a great game this week, terrible game next week. They want to see consistent play. And if they get that, and especially if he gets a playoff win in the playoffs, I think they'll be comfortable giving him a higher contract. You know what I mean? Because they understand. Like, it's not that they don't understand his struggles. Like, he started out with a very bad team, very bad organization, and it takes time to build that up. And they drafted 2 2 young wide receivers back to back. One's working out, one isn't working out, right? So this is his guy Tedoroa, as good as he played, was a rookie last year. There's only his second year playing with them. They drafted Chris Brazell. If he turns out to be good, he's still in his first year. So it's about building chemistry, building rapport with these guys. And if he can show some consistency with these young players, I think they're going to feel very comfortable giving him a nice long-term deal so they can all come up together.
Yeah.
So, all right. Any other Panthers news or updates, B?
Yeah, unfortunately. Tershawn Wharton had neck surgery. He's going to be out indefinitely. They were counting on him to be a starter on that D-line. They say he's going to be back at some point during the season. They're just not sure exactly when. So they're going to need to be in the market for another interior defensive lineman post June 1st. David Onyemata is out there. I don't know if they have any interest in him. They've signed a couple of undrafted free agents. I think one of them went to Florida State, so we know he's not going to make it. We got to see who gets cut and see who they can plug in there. They did get Lee Hunter signed, so that's a bit of positive news. They'll have him next to Derek Brown. They still have Cam Jackson, who they drafted last year. They got Bobby Brown. Wait, did they cut Bobby Brown? I can't remember. I think they kept him, but they're going to need to fill out the depth chart regardless. So it's unfortunate, but hopefully Wharton will be back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, but that tackle you picked up, that's gonna make up for it for sure. Yeah. Ashley, I see you in the chat. What's going on, Ashley? Bazel, I see you in here too. Shelly Shell, salute. Thanks for coming through. All right. Do we want to do it? Have we made them wait long enough? All right, let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? What are you reading?
It's crazy. When I Google Bobby Brown, the defensive lineman for the Panthers is not the first thing that comes up. So it's like,
what? Tyrese, thank you for the super chat. It says not Brodny flexing when we both had an 8-9 record.
Okay, like y'all don't seem to understand the difference between being a champion and missing the playoffs, though. It's like, if you make 100,000 living in New York, it's not the same thing as you make 100,000 living in Alabama, is it?
That's facts.
I mean, look, listen. I mean, I watched a lot of Panthers games. B watched a lot of Ravens games. We both watched our teams. Those 8-9s look different. I'll tell you that. they look different.
I give you that.
That. TC, thank you for the super chat. Says Lamar will look good in a Panthers uniform, and Lamar dominates the NFC.
Facts.
Lamar will look good anywhere except for Steelers
and DC.
Yeah, they will love that.
Okay, just to confirm, Bobby Brown is still there. I don't know why I keep thinking they cut him, but he's still in Carolina.
Okay. All right. So 2 weeks ago, we decided to do a fantasy, an all-time draft, a fantasy draft, so to speak. What if you could build your team today and draft any player in any time period at their peak? What would your team look like? Myself, B, Hendo, and Ferris decided to take on that challenge and put together a draft. It was interesting. It was interesting, and you will see that full video next week. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to give. What's up, Jared? We're going to give you the results. Right? We're going to show you what our teams look like. We're not going to give you the round yet. That we'll disclose all that next week. But we're doing offense tonight. So you're going to see a blind reveal, meaning we're not going to tell you the names. It's just going to say team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. And this is who the quarterbacks are, running backs, wide receivers, O-line, tight ends. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So y'all tell us who won.
Tell us who's winning the battle, because next week will be defense, and then we can do a poll and decide who won, whose team is winning it all. Mind you, it's only 4 people. It's not 32 teams. It's 4 people. And based off of anybody that's available, who would you draft? And it makes it in. And we thought about this. It makes you really wonder when you're building your team today. We know who we say is great, is the greatest, and this and that. Who would you actually pick up? That's the question. All right. So, without further ado, Adelia, will you do the honors? First of all, and also thank you, Adelia, for putting these together, because
thank you.
We would, if I had to do this, I mean, looking through some of the old videos from years ago, you'll see my work. It looked like Jacob did it. Okay.
Wait a minute. First
shot to Jacob for
first bad of the day, right?
Oh yeah, my bad. Jacob will probably do a better
Jacob
job.
do it better, right?
And they looked awful. Okay. It was like, what's that say? Yes. All right. All-time draft offense. Here we go. Let's see. All right. You want to do the honors, B? Go ahead. This is team one.
Okay, team one. Okay, we'll start off with the quarterback. We got Cam Newton, who it was the quarterback long time for Carolina. He won MVP in 2015. They went 15-1, took him to the Super Bowl. He had one of the most successful and prolific starts to his career. Obviously, then he injured his shoulder and things fell apart after that. At running back, we've got LaDainian Tomlinson, a longtime Charger. Again, a top pick in the draft. The Michael Vick draft, actually. He was part of the Eli Manning trade. And well, actually, no, was it the Eli Manning trade when Eli refused to
LT?
No. I'm sorry. No, it was the Mike Vick draft. It was the Mike Vick draft. Yeah, because it was Phillip Rivers was the other one. But yeah, he's part of that Mike Vick draft. One of the most successful running backs in the history of the league. He went for, I believe it was 25 plus touchdowns a couple years in a row. Right. He won MVP as well. Unfortunately, because of things outside of his control, he did not win a ring. Never played in the Super Bowl, but one of the best ever.
Oh, B froze up. That's all right. We'll take over. We just talked about this yesterday too. How this is a StreamYard thing. It comes in twos, but that's all right. But Danny Thomas said, just real quick, I want to make a note of that. I remember when he was like 28 or 29. I can't remember which season it was. I think it was when he ran for 1,800 yards. Had another 800 yards receiving, and he had a couple passing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. And I was like, I wonder what it's like to be like 28, 29 years old and know you're one of the greatest ever at what you do. Right. I wonder what that feeling is like. And how do you keep a humble attitude? Because I remember when I got a 50-cent raise at work, and I was just like, don't talk to me. Right. Do you know who I am?
You can't tell me nothing.
Sorry about that. Back, I left off at Travis Kelce, 3-time Super Bowl.
Well, I know why he started. Did I say it comes in twos? It comes in twos. Yeah. Travis Kelce, 3-time Super Bowl champion, one of the greatest tight ends to do it. Career receptions 1,000 yards, or 1,000 receptions, career yards 13,002 yards, 82 touchdowns, and he is still going, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, and he's the all-time leading receiver in the playoffs.
Yeah,
crazy.
So we're out to Jerry Rice now, B.
Yeah, greatest football player of all time for some people. Certainly the greatest wide receiver. His numbers are just, they're insane. His numbers are insane. Even in an era where they didn't pass the ball like that, where players didn't put up those crazy stats, his numbers are still far beyond what guys have been able to achieve in this era. The other wide receiver spot, Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I saw some people arguing. They were talking about how the NFL doesn't have a Victor Wembanyama, and somebody was like, "You're forgetting Calvin Johnson."
You're right.
Who was 6'5", 230, 240, ran a 4.3. And at times was unstoppable.
And Coach will remind you, when people say double team somebody, you would literally see 2 cornerbacks line up in front of him to try to stop him.
Right.
Where was the picture where they had him triple team in the end
zone? Next up at wide receiver, Tyreek Hill. As the cheetah, one of the fastest guys in the league. Been a fantastic deep threat throughout his whole career. The Kansas City offense just not really the same without him. Right. Even with Travis Kelce, they've not been that big play offense since they moved on from Tyreek. Then we go over to the O-line, Orlando Pace, former #1 overall pick, one of the best left tackles to ever do it. Larry Allen, who paved the way for Emmitt Smith to get that fraud near the top of the list for people who's all-time running backs.
He's not a fraud.
Dermontti Dawson, who played most of his career for the Steelers,
Mm-hmm.
and again, a great center. You got Quentin Nelson, who's currently playing for the Indianapolis Colts, and the right tackle Trent Williams, who's a current San Francisco 49er after Washington was dumb enough to dump him in the middle of his career.
Right.
So that's team 1 for the offense.
All right, let's go to team 2. Team 2 got John Elway. You know, 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen, like he was probably Peyton Manning before Peyton Manning, right? Like he was that guy, you know, couldn't win it until the end, but he got his 2 Super Bowls, and he's up there as one of the all-time greats, right? 300 career touchdowns, 51,475 yards, pretty damn good. Running back, you got Walter Payton, sweetness, all right, shorter career, but impactful, right? And he's considered one of the all-time greats as well. Kellen Winslow, the first, not the second, no,
not the soldier,
not Soldier Boy, okay,
not Jailbird.
He was a great tight end as well. This roster is a little bit old school, but I mean, you're not going to argue the greatness on this team here. Wide receivers, you got Chris Carter. Who was this?
Yo, hold up. I'm sorry. Might as well put Hendo's name on team 2.
Yeah. Who said that?
Easy.
No, that's crazy.
He saw Jim on. He said these old ass players. I know that.
He said this is my team. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
No respect for your elders. All right.
Okay.
All right. I'm glad somebody recognizes that Hendo's older than me.
It says this is Ferris' team. I bet he spelled it like Ferris wheel, but that's all right.
Well, you're not going to find out tonight, okay? We're not going to reveal it tonight.
We're not telling whose team it is tonight. I thought we were.
No,
we're going to wait
next week.
I mean, look, what do y'all want to do? You want to reveal it tonight? We can mix it up next week as well. We can reveal the offense, team, the teams tonight, and then we can do it again next week. What y'all want to do?
I want to reveal tonight.
And wants to reveal tonight. Adil, can you put up a poll? Can you pull up a poll and see what the chat wants to do? Do you want the reveal tonight, just for the offense, and then we can do a blind reveal to next week, or do you want to just do it all at once? All right, so let's get through this. Marvin Harrison Sr.
Some of y'all mad disrespect.
I'm sorry. I know Ohio State ain't talking about. I guess character issues weren't included. Sit down, Kwame.
I mean,
goodness.
Like, do you want a team full of nice guys, or you want ballers? I want to win.
What do you want to win?
Right. And Marvin Harrison Sr. has never been in any trouble with the law.
I don't know who that guy is.
You can approve. All right. Probably the one true gangster in the league. Isaac Bruce, part of the greatest show on turf.
Yes, the leader of the greatest show on turf in terms of that wide receiving core. Phenomenal player who is, I think, underappreciated.
Yep.
Yes. And listen, Art Shell, Jim Parker, Jim Otto, John Hanna, Jackie Slater. We weren't alive, but we were alive for Jackie Slater, John Hanna. All right. But these are all Hall of Famers.
We were alive for Art Shell too, bro. He was coaching.
I was yeah. Coach. I mean, technically I was alive when he played,
I was alive.
Okay. All right, there it is. Put 1 or 2 in the chat to vote. 1 for yes, 2 for no. And that is, do you want to reveal tonight for the offensive draft for these teams tonight? Do you want the reveal? 1 in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. All right, we'll get through this and we'll see what you guys say. Tyree, thank you for the super chats. Bump a poll, give us names. Team 1, give it Ferris.
Are you sure? Okay.
Hot take: Ferris picked Elway for Adelia.
What's up, Ryan?
What's up, Ryan?
That's great.
All right. Hey, 1 or 2. All right, the poll's there. All right, we're gonna go through this, and by the time we get to the end of it, then you can do. We'll see what y'all decide. Man, this is a battle. This is a battle on the poll. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Team 3. Let's go.
Team 3. All right. Go ahead, B. Go ahead, Endo.
Go ahead, Endo.
No, y'all go ahead. Y'all got this.
Wow. Okay. You got Lamar Jackson at quarterback. Obviously in the middle of his career right now, but one of the best to ever do it already. 3-time MVP. I don't care what the voters said. And the best mobile quarterback of all time, the best runner at that position. Mm-hmm. But despite what a lot of people will tell you, also one of the best passers at that position to ever play the game already. Running back Marshall Faulk, he was, kind of the Christian McCaffrey and LaDainian Tomlinson before those guys. Mm-hmm. He is a great receiver, great runner. Split his time between the Colts and the Rams. Won MVP, won a Super Bowl with the greatest show on turf. Gronkowski, the other candidate for the greatest tight end of all time, because Gronk smashed. He doesn't know anything about football. He just when he sees a brown oblong object in the air, he grabs it and then he hits whoever's near him, and then he spikes it. Right. So phenomenal career for Gronkowski. The number one guy you think of when you think of Tom Brady in those offenses. Terrell Owens, wide receiver, again one of the top 3-4 wide receivers to ever do it. One of the most clutch wide receivers to ever play the game. A lot of you probably won't remember the fact that he decided to upstage Jerry Rice in Jerry Rice's last game. But
that wasn't his fault.
But I'm sure you do remember him breaking his leg and coming back and playing in the Super Bowl, and playing very well despite the loss, going over 100 yards in that game. Randy Moss, an absolute freak. Another candidate for who would be the NFL Victor Wembanyama, right? Like he would raise his hand at the line of scrimmage and catch the ball 60 yards downfield with one hand.
Insane.
Reggie Wayne, a great receiver, but an underrated receiver because he was the number 2 in Indianapolis, next to Marvin Harrison for most of his career. But you got to remember he was a Hurricane, so that gives him, that gives him a big boost to begin with.
14,000 career yards. Look at the other wide receivers on this list. I mean, he was right there with yards.
Then we're looking at the O-line, pretty Ravens heavy. So Lamar better run. Jonathan Ogden,
greatest offensive lineman of all time.
Jonathan Ogden, Joe Thomas, the greatest holding tackle of all time. Marshall
holding if you call it.
Anthony Munoz. And the center, arguably the best center ever, Jason Kelce, who just retired here recently after a couple Super Bowls with Philly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan says Brodny team 1, Ferris team 2, Jose team 3, and before the reveal, Hendo team 4. In my opinion. Okay,
that's crazy.
All right,
that's crazy.
All right, let's check out team 4. All right, Hannah, you want to go through this one, or you just gonna?
I'm a guest. I'll just listen.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, who at one point I would have told you was the best quarterback to ever play. He's still one of the best throwers the league has ever seen. Yep. His attitude is kind of really taking the blue.
He's a terrible person, but great player.
Barry Sanders.
Drug addict.
Barry Sanders, unquestioned number 1 running back ever. Played behind terrible offensive lines and was still, the top guy at that position. Nobody better to watch in NFL history running the ball than Barry Sanders. Tony Gonzalez, another great tight end, not quite to the level of Gronkowski, I don't think, or Travis Kelce, but he was right there, Unfortunately for him, he was in Kansas City before they had a Pat Mahomes, so he didn't get a lot of postseason accolades going on there. But another phenomenal player.
He is the NFL's Tracy McGrady.
Wow. Wide receiver, you got Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones, and Andre Johnson. I mean, that kind of defined an era of the league right there.
Facts.
Larry is the guy who comes closest to Jerry Rice, I think, when you're talking about getting Sutton's list.
It's a Sutton's list.
Come on, Quan, man.
Big body, 50-50 ball. They're more than just that. They can do it all.
Larry Fitzgerald, unbelievably consistent, even when he was catching passes from guys named John Skelton. In the one moment a couple moments that stood out from both from their Super Bowl against Pittsburgh when he caught the slant and because you kind of think of Larry Fitzgerald as a slower guy, not a burner, but he caught it. He ran right up the middle of the field. He split the safeties, ran for a touchdown. Also at the end of the half, he ran down James Harrison and almost prevented that touchdown, which would have eventually won them the Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
But an incredible player. If he had a little more longevity, I think he could have caught Jerry in some of those categories. Julio, the one knock on Julio is that he didn't catch a lot of touchdowns, but touchdowns are pretty volatile and they're kind of they depend on how you're running your offense. They had the touchdown jacker and TJ Duckett there for a long time. Like there's a lot of people working against Julio on that. But again, a guy who when they got to the playoffs, you could not guard Julio Jones. Andre Johnson spent his years toiling in anonymity with those Houston Texans and Matt Schaub, but again, a dominant player. There were times when he was the only guy out there that you had to worry about, and you still couldn't stop it.
Right. And even to the U,
amazing.
Yeah, but he was catching passes from TJ Yates, so
right.
Then you got Walter Jones, Randall McDaniel, Bruce Matthews, Willie Rofe, and Alan Faneca. I don't like the inclusion of a Steeler, but it is what it is. A very very solid O-line.
He also played for the Jets.
Okay.
Well, my bad. All right.
Those are the four offenses. I think that
and that is that's it. We can't. All right. So
there's one team that stands head and shoulders above the others, but I won't tell you who it is.
Now it was 50-50 a second ago, but somebody came in here. Suge and Cali. Is that Suge's burner?
I think so. He's
probably.
Do we want to honor his vote? Can he vote twice?
I'll tell you this. I went into Suge and Adelia's stream last week, and I got into a bit of a burner war to make sure that Denzel Washington won a poll that Sandra Bullock had no business being a part of, let alone winning. So I would feel like we have to honor.
I guess I got to honor it.
We have to honor burner votes over here. Right. That wouldn't really be fair.
Man, this is how many people voted. Man, it was an intense battle. I saw that thing go up and down. Team for yes and no. No has edged it out 53-47. So that's it. It's locked. It's locked. It's too late, Bazel.
Is it locked now? You locking it now, or you don't know?
It's locked. It's grayed out.
It's
locked.
Yeah, it's locked.
Okay.
It's locked. So this is why Brodny's my favorite. All right. So what we'll do next week, we're gonna go over the defense, and then we'll recap the offense. Just remind you guys, who picked what. But look, make your predictions. And in fact, that might be the poll question for next week. Which team do you like so far? Right, team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. All right, you can even make your guesses. Put your guesses in the comments, and let us know who you think whose team is whose. And next week, now I know you guys are looking at it and saying, "Oh, well, this is Ravens, so it's gotta be Jose or Hendo's. This is Panthers player, so it's gotta be B's." Okay, all right. Well, next week we're gonna do a defensive side, and let's see if it makes it a little harder for you guys to guess who's who. All right, but that's it for this week in terms of the blind reveal. So yeah, they're putting the guesses in there. Tony says Hendo's team 3, B's team 2, Jose's team 1.
Okay.
All right. Just for fun, out of these teams, just based off of offense, who do you like the best? Put that in the chat. 1, 2, 3, or 4. In fact, Adelia, can you do a poll on that? Which team do you like the best just based on just so far? Which team do you like the best so far? 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Well, I think if we're gonna do that, we should put the rosters back up. We
can't put them all side by side. I don't think. I don't think we have
we
that.
can scroll through, but
yeah, I mean, we can do that real quick. And then let's do, and then we'll get to submitted. Well, we gotta do court of public opinion. We'll do, and Jose won, and Hendo what?
You know that. It says, Dave Too Easy says,
Right.
P2 is for sure Hendo's. John Hanna, you are OG knowing that name.
There you go.
Wow.
All right, that's team 1. Cam Newton, LaDainian Tomlinson, Travis Kelce, Jerry Rice, Calvin Johnson, Tyreek Hill, Orlando Pace, Larry Allen, Damati Dawson, Quentin Nelson, Trent Williams. That's team 1.
Yes.
All right. Team 2, John Elway, Walter Payton, Kellen Winslow, Chris Carter, Marvin Harrison, Isaac Bruce, Art Shell, Jim Parker, Jim Otto, John Hanna, Jackie Slater. Team 3, Lamar Jackson, Marshall Falk, Rob Gronkowski, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Reggie Wayne, Jonathan Ogden, Anthony Munoz, Jason Kelsey, Marshall Yonda, and Joe Thomas. Team 4 is Aaron Rodgers, Barry Sanders, Tony Gonzalez, Larry Fitzgerald, Julio Jones, Andre Johnson, Walter Jones, Randall McDaniel, Bruce Matthews, Alan Faneca, and Willie Roaf. So with that information, do what you will. The poll is up. Which team do you like the best? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Just put a number. You just got to put a number. Right. Don't put it's 1, it's 2, definitely this. Just put 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know.
Thank you very much, Ty. But I put a 1, LL Team 1. I'm gonna go crazy.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right. So keep voting. Keep putting numbers in the chat. We're gonna go over some NBA playoffs. We're gonna do court of public opinion, and we're gonna do submitted questions, and then we'll close out the poll, and then we're gonna do the overtime show. And we'll be discussing our overtime show. B's favorite person, Stephen A. Smith. I hate covering this guy, but he's a big personality in media, and and in sports, right? And he always gets himself involved in media player beef. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he just inserts himself in things that he has no business inserting himself in, and he always finds his way into our overtime show. But we're going to discuss it, and we're going to discuss just the media in general, like how I think they blur the lines too much now in terms of their relationship with players, right? They kind of see themselves as stars within their own right, and they feel like they're on the level of players, and they're not. I think Jalen Brown is right. They're not really doing journalism anymore. But we'll get into that. Also, there's a Spygate that y'all don't know about, international Spygate, if you will. All right, we talked about that last week. Was it last week? Mm-hmm. We talked about that. Yep. And there is a follow up to that story. Okay, you thought Bill Belichick masterminded Spygate? No, he just copied from somebody else. He said, "Oh, that's how you do it." Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, cool. So we're gonna discuss that. Patreon.com/LBHTShow is where you can find us after this on the overtime show. All right, quick recap of the playoffs. Spurs, Thunder. My goodness. I told Jacob he could stay up to watch that game the other night. It was almost over. And I was like, overtime. Okay, I guess you can stay up. He was vested in it. And we had just came back from the gym earlier. And, I'm talking to him about working on his mechanics, especially his shooting. I keep telling him, look, you got to point your toes forward. You got to square up. Look at the basket because, the footwork kids don't like to work on. They get frustrated. They just want to shoot how they want to shoot. He likes to like turn his feet a little bit, when he shoots. I'm like, nope, point him to the basket. When he's doing his free throw, same thing. Toes forward. Take a deep breath before you shoot to relax yourself. Shoot the ball, right? Same mechanics over and over and over. And he just rolls eyes like, all right, man. All right, just let me be me. You know what I'm saying? And then watching that game, like shout out to Wembanyama, because Wembanyama was doing all the things that I tell Jacob to do. When he hit that 3-pointer from half court, his toes were pointed forward. He gathered himself, pointed his toes forward, drained it. I said, "Did you see his feet? Did you see his feet? That's what I'm talking about." I mean, got to the free throw line, take a deep breath. I said, "What did he do right there?" He took a deep breath, Dad. I was like, "That's what I'm talking about," because I taught him. I coached him.
You gotta tell, because if you watch a basketball game, you can tell when a player is going to miss a wide open shot because the pass is a little off and they got to reset and they're not in rhythm. Every single time, miss. I don't care how open you are. If you don't get to, you got to like lunge out of where you are to catch the ball. You don't get to take your little dribble to get you into rhythm and shoot the ball. Like, it's not going in. Never.
Yeah. But all I had to say was, we watched that game, and then he hit that 3-pointer from half court because I thought it was over at that point, and he drained that from half court. I could not believe it. And when they got into double overtime, I mean, this is what makes players legends right there, because they don't shy away from those moments. Wemby's like, no, the ball goes right here. You give me the ball, and Chet Holmgren got a lucky block on me earlier. That ain't gonna happen again. And he proceeded to dunk on Chet. And Chet is an excellent defender. And the crazy thing is, SGA had he played like an MVP too. Like, he had a great game. Like they both played great. But man, Thunder got that, or Spurs got the one.
One of those things was not like the other, though.
Right.
No. So let's see. Okay. It's all good. Yeah, she said she got the stats wrong for Tyreek. No problem. We can correct that for next week. It's no big deal. So they're playing again tonight, right?
Yeah, they're going right now. The Spurs are up 23-20.
Okay, that's good. That game, I think that series is going to go seven games. That's going to be, every game's going to be tight. Hendo does not believe it's going 7.
It's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Okay, all right.
I got the Spurs in 6.
All right. Okay, either way, we all agree they're going to be close games, though, right? You don't think that any of these games are going to be blowouts?
Nah.
Yeah. The other game last night, it was a great comeback. Listen, shout out to Jalen Brunson. Shout out to the Knicks. It was a great comeback. And I feel bad that they don't get more respect for that, because down 22 points with 8 minutes left in the game.
Most teams.
And you come back. That's showing heart. And that's amazing to do that. But the talk is really James Harden, right? Like the talk is James Harden played no defense. Kenny Atkinson. I mean, I like Kenny, but you don't call any timeouts.
Right.
You watching your man get cooked, and you just sit there, just let it happen.
You say that now, but guess who has a couple timeouts still with him? So, he didn't panic using them timeouts, and he still got them.
Right. It's one thing you don't play good defense. You're not making your shots, and you're turning the ball over. You can't do all three of those things within that time period.
That's why Jim Harden is a legend.
That might be a sweep. Okay, I went from thinking I said they blow the Knicks out. I told you, I said they blow the Knicks out tonight. I don't know if the Knicks can win this series. Right. And I told you, I said they have to at least make it a single digit loss. And then they went back and they came back and tied it. I said, oh hell. And then they won an overtime. I was like, yeah, Cavs about to get swept, dog. The Cavs about to get swept. I don't think they have the heart for it.
Bruh. A 33-point swing in 12 minutes.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Crazy.
And that's why I always looked at it and said, you know what, they capped their team. And a lot of teams in the NBA do this. And I understand, because you want to be competitive, you want to be in the playoffs, whatever. You're not going to beat Wembanyama, you're not going to beat Gilgeous-Alexander. You just want to, you want to compete. But Spider Mitchell is not a number one on a championship team. It's just not. Right. And the bigger thing for me is, and this has been throughout the whole Eastern Conference playoffs, is none of those teams look like they believe they can win a championship.
Sure.
The Cavs, while Jalen Brunson was torching their hopes and dreams in those 12 minutes, They're just like, yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
We might win the next one. We might lose it. Whatever.
Yeah. And their game is tomorrow, game 2.
Yeah.
Is anybody picking the Cavs? No? Okay, we all agree. So it's gonna be the Knicks to get slaughtered by either the Thunder or the Spurs in the finals.
The finals get swept.
Well, but it's fitting, right? Because Victor Wembanyama is about to be the king of the NBA for the next 15 years or whatever it is. So where better than to claim his throne than Madison Square Garden? That's what they keep telling you. It's the Mecca, right? So
facts. Mm-hmm. All right, that's your NBA update. We'll get over to submitted questions. Keep voting in the poll. Let's see. Looks like Team 3 is leading. Man, no love for Team 4. Okay, dang. All right. Team 4 got some legends too. Okay. Type 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the chat to vote. Okay. Keep doing that, and we'll go to submitted questions. What do we have, B?
We got one submitted question tonight from Sugarton. He says, thoughts on Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia, and what fight would you like to see in 2027?
That sounds like 2 questions.
It does. He doesn't follow. He didn't put a question mark on the second one. I think he thought he was going to but
it's no question. It's just grammatically incorrect.
He doesn't. He doesn't follow directions.
Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn. Sorry, those are 2 B tier fighters. It'll be entertaining, but
I don't think that's fair. I think Conor's a B- and Ryan's a B+. Like there's some distance between them.
It averages to a B.
No, but I'm saying there's distance between them within that tier. I think Ryan wins that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Ryan, he's physically gifted, right? Mm-hmm. He's got natural speed and strength. But man, like he's so up and down, right? If he feels like he's in the ring with somebody that can't hurt him, he'll go off and he'll take risks. Even if he gets knocked down, he'll get up like, oh, whatever. I took that. I'll still go out there and fight you. Mm-hmm. But if he thinks he can get hurt, then he shells up and he looks completely different. Or he gets hit too hard, like in that Rolly fight. He didn't respect Rolly's power, and Rolly knocked him down. He was just like, "Yeah, I don't want any parts of this." Right?
He was cold. They were outside.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, in that street fight on Times Square. Conor Benn. Conor Benn's a good fighter, man. He's not great, but he's a good fighter, and he'll try to slug it out with them. But can he take a punch from Ryan? Maybe. I mean, it's a heavier weight, right? So as you go up in weight, you don't typically maintain that power. So I will go with Ryan. I think Ryan's still more skilled overall, but I think that's a closer fight than people realize.
Hendo, what fight, if any, do you want to see in 2027?
None. The one fight I want to see is the fight between kings, and that would be Ring Kings. Debating on my YouTube screen.
I can't even. This is why. No, all right, just mute him.
Okay, so we got a question in the chat from Money Mike. Do y'all honor Ryan win versus Haney or fault him for the failed test? No, he won the fight.
He won the fight. Yeah.
He won the fight.
Listen, he cheated. And normally I would just say, yeah, you can't get the win. You cheated, whatever. But we all saw Devin hugging that referee's waist. Like you got your ass beat. And then you tried to sue him for beating you up in a boxing match. So
I'm not mad about the overturn. I'm not mad about turning it to a no contest.
Yeah.
But did the Osterine make that much of a difference in the fight? I don't think so.
No, but you never know. Look, and you cheated, right? Take note, NFL. Give me my trophy. But as I said, we all saw what happened. It's like it's USC and Oklahoma, right? Okay, you cheated, USC, and they stripped you of the title, but we all saw what you did to the Sooners. Right? We you can say Ryan didn't win, but we damn sure know Devin ain't win. Right?
Yeah. So, all right.
But to answer your other question,
yeah,
the only fight that I really have on my radar right now is not even a boxing match. It's Francis Ngannou and John Jones. That's the fight I really want to see.
Yeah.
Because the biggest fight in boxing for me, the one I really want to see literally just happened with Inoue and Junto. So,
speaking of, Inoue might have another mega fight coming up.
I know, but
we'll see. Bam Rodriguez.
We'll see if it happens. I'd be very interested in that fight as well. But
I would be very interested in that fight. I will wake up at 4 a.m. to watch that fight.
He won this last fight much easier than I thought he would.
Yeah. So. And it wasn't, and Nakatani didn't even fight bad.
No, he didn't. He just got beat.
Yeah. Tank versus Shakur is the one Money Mike says. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, to be honest.
Yeah, I got to see Tank in the ring again and see what he looks like before I start talking about, oh man, I'm looking forward to these dream fights with Tank.
But even still, I mean, Shakur, like he's like Shakur, Devin Haney. I hate that they even mentioned Tank with those guys because they're signed with Turkey Al-Sheikh, right? And they're never going to do business with PBC for a Tank fight. Yes, you've seen some PBC fighters on Turkey's cards or whatever, but like for these main fights, these major fights, I just don't think it's going to happen. And Shakur, what weight class is he at now? Did he move up recently? They're still within striking distance. I think that fight can happen. The Devin Haney fight could never happen. Devin Haney moved up too much. But Shakur and Tank, I speaking of Devin Haney, I had to see Devin Haney fight Juwan Ennis, Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
He did good against Brian Norman, fight Boots.
Yeah, no, he's one class away from Devin.
Yeah.
He moved up to 140.
Who went to 140?
Shakur. Yeah.
So, so that's going to be harder to do a Tank fight because Tank's not going to move up to 140.
Right.
He was up there. He said it was too heavy for him. He moved back down. I mean, it's possible. I won't say it's not possible. It's possible. It's possible.
You see, Lomachenko's coming back.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Shakur dominate him for 12 rounds. That'd be fun to see.
He absolutely dominated.
Just so people will stop talking about. I don't even have anything against Vasily. He's a very skilled fighter, but I just don't like how people were like, oh man, he's an all-time great with his 10 fights and 2 losses.
Yeah, he was a little bit of a hype job.
Yeah.
All right, we'll wrap it up there. Oh, we got the poll. Let's reveal the poll. Go ahead, Adelia. The question is, which was the bigger upset? Was it the Falcons blunder, the 28-3 down to beat the Falcons from the Patriots, or the Cleveland Cavaliers coming back to beat the Golden State Warriors in Game 7 in the 2016 NBA playoffs or finals after the Warriors led 3-1 in the series? And that hurts Hendo every time that is mentioned.
Yeah. Hey, Hendo, which one do you think was the bigger upset?
The Falcons.
Oh, wow, really? Falcons?
Which one were you more upset about? Which was the bigger upset? And the poll is 66% in favor of the Cavaliers. That was amazing to watch. It was amazing to watch.
It was, and I would say the Cavs coming back because you got to win 3 games in a row to do it. But the other thing is, like, if you run the ball like twice, Atlanta wins that game. So it's like,
right.
It was real hard to lose that one, but
yeah,
they pulled it off though. Respect.
Don't get sacked.
Shout out to Easy.
And thank you for everybody that voted in the poll. Listen, thank you all for signing up for the newsletter. It is growing, and the whole point of doing these polls is to get you guys to interact with the newsletter. We want it to be an interactive newsletter. If there's things that you want to see in it, let us know. But the newsletter is out. You can sign up for it. It's free. It's over on LBHTShow.com. Just scroll down to the bottom and put in your email address, and you will be signed up, and you'll get the newsletter. It comes out every Monday at noon. All right. So that's a great way to support us for free. All right. All right. Hendo. Look, you can find Hendo Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right here or on the Road Pod for Jose and Hendo in the morning. But Hendo, let the people know what you got going on and where they can find more of your work.
At the Road Pod. I get it when I get it when I get it. I can't guarantee you much right now, but I do have plans for some more stuff coming out. And just stay tuned. Just give me a couple weeks for me to get it together. And also, you can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/RUG. Got a bunch of stuff going on over there. Just show your support. Appreciate y'all.
There you go. And thanks for coming on, Hendo. Appreciate you as always. All right. Overtime show is getting ready to start. You had anything else before we go, B?
No, I mean, just we're still looking for a couple teams for the second Dynasty League. So if you're a patron and you're interested, the link should be in the Discord, but if you can't find it, just hit us up. We'll send a link to you and you can get signed up and we'll get that draft going.
I need two more teams too. Or we can do a consolidation draft. It don't matter.
All right. There you go. All right. So if you're into fantasy football, hit us up. All right. Adelia, are you ready? Adelia is ready. Everybody, have a great night. Patreon members, we're getting ready to start in a couple minutes, so get ready. Channel members as well. I put the link in the community tab, so go over it. It's in the post tab now. Go ahead, click on that, and we're going over there. Everybody else, have a great night, and we will see you next time. Peace.